Preparing to live stream the meeting. Setting up your meeting for your YouTube live experience. We are live, live, live. And he disappeared. Sorry, guys. Don't know where he went. Good morning. Good morning, Patriots. Hoping
Good
everybody's having
morning,
a better day
everybody.
than I am.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm I'm good. I'm trying to be better. So I'm still going through a little bit of stuff. I'm
A
a little
little bit.
worried.
It's not every day your son gets arrested for protecting himself.
No, I'm worried. He didn't call me last night. We kind of need to get in touch with him. So I'm a little worried about that. So
He's a fighter. He's going to be fine. And you know what? I'll tell you something. If they don't fucking do this correctly, you will sue them.
I have I hate this gut feeling
A
that
lot of
this
people's
guy
phone on
is
Zoom.
connected to that girl. I
Yes.
it's I just
Well,
it's
that's the
there.
thing.
It's
Doesn't
there. I'm
he have a
sorry. Go ahead.
detective?
Hmm?
Didn't he talk to a detective?
I
That's
don't
like the
know.
first thing that they make you usually do is talk to a detective.
I don't know. You know what? Well, they didn't put two and two together when they came and stole his car.
Well, they're
But
supposed to
when the other
talk
people
to
wrecked him,
the go on. It's not I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at our enforcement.
yeah,
Well,
I know.
your law enforcement.
They're backwards. It's just they're not thinking right.
I know.
I mean, this is not coincidences. Come on.
Did you
Five
share,
times.
Joe?
Huh?
Joe, before we start, you got to share,
Oh, yeah.
or else nobody's going to know that we're on because nobody cares about us. No, I'm kidding.
I know. They
I don't want your valuable thoughts going on empty ears. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Um,
get you, man. I get you. I get
because
it, man. I
if we
get
had a
it.
regular schedule and people knew we were going to do it, it would be a different story.
All right.
I honestly, up until 5 minutes ago, didn't know I was going to come on because I am sick as all hell. I don't know why. The devil is kicking my ass because there's no other reason. There's
Right.
no other reason. I mean, for fuck's sake, I'm healthier than I've been in 47 years. It doesn't make sense. Um, oh,
I don't
Justin,
even know what
yes.
we are on. 27.
Oh, that's so sweet. Wow, I have so many friends in Florida I have not seen in so long or talked to. I feel so bad. Um, Let me tell
Okay.
Helen we're on to because Helen loves it. We missed Dana the other day.
Oh
I'd like to
man.
know what Dana thinks about Vance. Listen, I couldn't get Vance out of my head this morning. I saw maybe 2 minutes of him talking yesterday. It was very, you said it, Joe. Why
Okay.
does this man have more media time than fucking Trump? Why is
Isn't
Trump
that
having all the
weird?
trouble and Vance is having media time? And he mistakenly said that Trump was going to be the VP.
Yeah. Hmm.
I want you to shave your beard. I don't know who you are with that beard on. Not you, Joe.
I know who you're talking about.
I want that beard off. It's disgraceful.
He's
It's
disgraceful.
disgraceful. I don't understand what people are they're like hypnotized.
I know it.
Trump, JD Vance, he picked him. Oh my
JD
God, this
Vance,
guy
JD
came out of
Vance.
fucking
Oh God.
nowhere.
JD Vance. Oh my God.
Dear Lord, listen,
You never knew the guy before.
right. He
He
could have
made
made
a
up this,
movie before you knew him.
right. How
They're
is that
fucking
possible?
pumping this guy up for some reason. What is wrong with you? Wake the fuck up.
People are so, I don't
Jesus
want to say
Christ.
stupid, but just ignorant to the facts.
They're they're pumping the guy up. Okay, they're pumping his name
I
up.
do
He's
not
all
want
over
him as
mainstream
president in
media.
4 years. He's going
Yeah.
to be 42.
And he's all over mainstream media like nobody's motherfucking business.
I don't like
I
him.
don't get why was he picked? Please, somebody
I don't get
help
it.
me with this.
Yeah, I
Jeez.
would look. I mean, I know what the mainstream media and people like Benny Johnson think.
Yeah.
I
God, I
really don't
love
give a
you.
shit what you fucking idiots think because you're just so up fucking Trump's third leg, his third leg. Never
Follow
mind.
along with
Um,
somebody you shouldn't be following along with.
listen. He's a 38-year-old vice president nominee, pick whatever the fuck he is. He don't look right. His ears don't look right. His beard, get rid of the beard. Vance, if I could see your face, maybe then I will adjust my opinion. He's hiding. People that have beards like that are hiding something. They don't look cute. It doesn't look cute like you do. You look like a freaking commercial character. He looks, I don't know what he looks like. It's just, it's not right to me. And like, I really believe this guy is a good actor. That's what I
Mhm.
believe. With his frown that goes down. Did you see? Look, I can do it too. I could be Klingon too. Fucking idiot. His frown goes down because he cares so much. That is acting.
Bothersome. It's
That's all
bothersome.
acting. That's political acting. When you look at Trump, that's a New Yorker. He's just playing out who he is. Vance is an actor. Those ears are ridiculous, Vance. What the hell is wrong with you? Did you have some kind of frog disease? And why out of all the vice presidents does this one have to have a brown wife?
Yeah.
Is it like DEI for us now? Do we have to have a token brown lady involved in our first four people in office?
How
You know,
bothersome.
I just don't know.
Maybe I
This
don't trust
kid,
them, guys.
he was 15 when the World Trade Centers fell.
Hmm?
15. I thought I was young at 21, but me at 21 is probably me at 47. Uh, I'm sorry. He did this kid. I don't. Rags to riches, my asshole. If he went from rags to riches, he would not have bitched out Trump 4 years ago, 6 years ago, whatever, as a little tiny tot of a 32-year-old who thought he was something.
Yeah,
You're
that's really
nothing,
odd.
Vance, and a lot of people are not. I'm gonna be behind MAGA, but that doesn't mean I still have to vote Trump. I don't.
No.
I don't have to vote at all. Fuck you. That's America. And Trump, I'm sorry, either you tell us the truth or that's gonna hurt. Like no
Yeah.
conspiracists. And there's a lot of us now. Millions. There's millions of us.
I said the same thing when Trump picked Pence. What the fuck are you doing? Why
Right.
Pence?
Why Pence?
Why
But that's
Pence?
the
Now,
point.
now it's why Vance?
Pence,
What the
Vance, Pence,
fuck?
Vance.
I'm confused.
Vance, which means marsh. And
I'm
what
really
are you
looking at the
confused?
name, the
What are
meaning
you
of the name.
confused
I don't really
about?
give it's not the name, the meaning of the name or anything like that for me. For me. What it is it's these people that he has these people that are 150,000% behind him that he could have picked for his
Right.
VP, and he
Why pick
did.
Vance?
Brian Donald.
Yes.
What
I
the
like
heck?
Brian. Yeah.
Way more qualified than Vance.
Johnson, you had
More
Tim
qualified.
Scott, I mean, Kerry
Yeah,
Lake, you had MTG,
yeah,
you had Matt Gates. I mean,
yeah.
but we
Why
picked the
Vance?
person nobody knows, and everybody's like, yes, yes.
And he's new. He's new to politics, but yet you accept what the fuck
Well,
is going on.
I understand that because they think that's great. No, it's not great to have somebody that has absolutely fucking no idea. It's not
It's
great.
not.
You want people, American people like Joe and I, who aren't fucking rich, who didn't go from rags to riches by a blood bank, because
Right.
he owns a blood shop, blood, COVID, all that shit, adrenochrome.
I know they're fucking feeding us
I just
bullshit.
want to
You guys should
smack
know that.
every fucking mega supporter. That
Mhm.
that just doesn't, I don't even care if you okay. I like Vance. I hear what you're saying, Carolyn and Joe. Um, but there's something else I see in him. I would accept that. But they don't even think that way. Once you say one thing about Vance, it's like, oh my God, how can you go against Trump? Fuck you.
That's
Okay.
right.
Because
I'm going
you're the
against this one
idiots
too.
that put Pence in. You're the
Look,
idiots that allowed Barr to stay in and Fauci.
that's
You're
right.
the ones that took shots, you morons.
That's
You
right. I didn't
did.
take the shot. I
Neither
didn't
did
take the
I.
shot. I
Oh,
didn't.
I know plenty of mega that did. So shut the fuck up. Because you guys are sick. You guys have aged. You have
Gotta stop.
aged.
You got to get away from this, man. Something is wrong, you guys. There is something wrong. We
But
have to
don't listen to
understand
the
this.
conspiracists. For all you fucking know, Trump could be evil.
Yeah. They could have killed him or they could have replaced him or they
Thank
remember
you,
remember he said it one time, he
dumbasses.
only said it one time and we never heard it again. We don't know what the fuck happened. He said that he might have to go into hiding,
You're
right? He said
getting
it one
schooled
time
in
and he
Mexican
never
schools
said it
here.
again. What the heck happened?
How do you know he wasn't killed, you morons?
Right.
You just don't know
Something's
what's going
wrong.
on.
Yeah, something is definitely wrong.
The only way to know more of what's going on is not by watching Vance on the news, not by watching Trump, very rarely at least. It's by listening to the world,
That's right. Listen to the world, people,
the people around the world.
and look at what they're doing. Look what the world is doing.
Exactly.
Mhm.
We are so behind in the US
Because of our media. Our
because of our
media is
media.
lying to us.
But I love it. We're on the same wavelength. Our media is lying to us. The media outside of the US is much more relevant. Even Australia, they're not letting you see everything. Everybody's like, "Oh, Australia Sky, Australian News, and everything." They're great. Well, first of all, Australia has it the worst. They're almost as bad as New Zealand. Why are they able to have that Nina Pinchio, whatever the hell her name is, all these great articles, and they make fun of everything in America and Kamala? And how are they allowed to do this? Are you people not thinking again? It's a show.
Yes.
And you guys are missing it because you're
Mm-hmm.
just so involved.
Salivating. You're salivating at the front door.
Right. I'm sorry. Trump is not the old. Trump is part of the plan.
Yeah.
Part. I love him. I love him. I love everything he stands for. I love this whole gimmick. I don't know if it's him. I doubt it is. And if you're not doubting it, then you've got problems. You think this guy can bing, bing, bang all over the place. He's fucking near 80. What's wrong with you? Have none of you an 80-year-old parent? 80 years old, I wouldn't let dad climb up the ladder anymore. He's gonna make it up the fucking stairs to get on. Are you out of your minds?
Yes, they
Come
are.
on, people. Wake the fuck up. I'm sick of the fucking news. I am sick of the news. This week, I maybe that's why I'm so sick. This week, I watched more news than I've had in like 3 months. And I feel like
Yeah.
something struck me. I could hardly get up this morning. Hey, Matthew. Carol, you got Mpox? No, the Mpox. Oh, please. They I got allergies, that's for sure. But they create all this shit. You know that, Matt. I'm positive you know that, Matt, that they have created everything.
Mm-hmm.
What you were saying earlier, Joe, about the Democrat. Oh, title. We were talking about. I
Title
thought
nine.
Title IX was old news, and Joe said no. I saw it today, and it was about. It's about I think sexuality in schools, something
Yeah,
like that.
the Supreme Court got rid of it. It says so. I thought it was already gone. I thought that
It
shit was
was
already
gone.
settled.
What happened was, I think Joe or Kamala, one of them, tried to push it back in,
Yeah,
and the Supreme Court 5-4 said no again. I
yeah.
believe that's what happened, but I did not really read it. Maybe I have it. I have so much shit open. Hang on, of the Education Amendments of 1972. Oh, I got to show you guys something. Federal civil rights law that prohibits discrimination on the basis of sex in educational programs. Well, if they're getting it gone on this level, then, in the schools, then they're going to have to get it gone on the Olympics. So this is a very good thing. All right. It prohibits discrimination on the basis of sex in education programs and activities. This must be gone. This should never have been in 1972. So who was on the Wheaties box in 1972, guys, that's fucking female now? You think she didn't know? You think the Kardashians didn't know? You think half of the rich fuckers that's why you have people hurting. People that admitted the truth that had nothing to do with Satanism or the Cabal are hurting because they admitted. They kept the truth from the world. Bruce Willis comes to mind. Justin Bieber comes to mind. There's a few others. There's a few others that are taking their course. There's the one from Superman. God, she had anxiety terribly. Just, I don't know if this is as bad as mine, but Mitter, Kitty. I always get her confused with the one that played on Star Wars. You would think I know. I don't like Star Wars, guys. It's anything Disney. And you know what's funny? Because I think J.J. Abrams, Star Trek, I'm as much as a libtard as he is, I'm kind of thinking he's been pretending, or at least most of like Gene Roddenberry's and on the Raiders. I think a lot of them were pretending to get the truth out. One day we will go over Star Trek, Star Wars thingy that will probably kill a lot of Star Wars fans. Star Wars is the corruption. Gotta stop it. I can't get my own family to stop it. They're talking about when the new season's gonna come out for the stupid little Yoda guy. I don't care about your little puppets. Go take your puppets and shove them up your ass. All right? We have real problems in this world. Stop watching TV. Get it? Fucking hell. You're already in the car, Joe. Oh, it's already 8:30. Was it Kidder that played Margaret? Is it Margaret Kidder? Kidder. Margaret Kidder is the one. Oh, she's a Canadian. Didn't know that. Didn't know that, Margaret Kidder. You see, and I specifically remember her coming out with anxiety when anxiety started becoming a thing. I'm sure it was practiced on people in third world countries. Um, there were a lot of suicides because of anxiety. This is not a regular thing. They could blame it on how we felt as cavemen all they want. You could get all these fucking philosophers and scientists and psychologists to make up as many crappy fucking entrance stories to how these became reality. But the truth is, it's in all your fucking shots and vaccines and medical care. Okay? Because big pharma is sorcery, literally translated from the Greek. And that's all they did to you. And I've said it before, 73, 74, 75, in between those years in America were terrible. So most of you are going to have those problems, those born within those years. And if you're in Canada and maybe other countries like England, it would be a year or two prior. And I find this out every day. Every day I am not wrong. It doesn't, I've had people coming because they're like, well, you're off by 2 years. Where are you from? Vancouver. Ah, please, motherfuckers. Please, I've done my research. I'm done. I'm done. It's either you listen to us or you don't. I mean, you don't have to listen. Just do your own research. Take the little bits that everybody is telling you and do your own research. I didn't even realize you were gone. I was looking up Margaret Kidder. Forgot her name. Um, Matt, do you want to come in? You're more than welcome to come in.
Where were you at? Where are you at? What were you just talking about? I'm sorry.
Jesus, I don't know. I said that people gotta wake up. No, I was
Okay.
looking up Princess. I was looking up um Margaret Kidder because I forgot her name. I always get her confused with Carrie Fisher for some reason. They're both ugly to me.
Oh yeah. Right.
Um, I don't know.
Okay.
They're
Yeah.
both kind
What?
of womanly but ugly. And like they have the inbred in them. That's what I mean when I say that.
Right.
They have that inbred in them. And because there's something just a bit off. All right, I'm sorry. Something just a bit off.
I
Pure
wanted to talk
bloodline.
about the price gauge thing when you're done.
Oh, the Kamala's okay. I just want to, all I was saying was that Kidder had a lot of anxiety. I think after the Supermans, maybe she was one of the first actresses to come out and say it. And I was saying that in Canada and Australia and in England and probably France and a few other countries, they played with genetics. They played with these vaccines before they did America.
Yep.
And that's why if things happen to you if you were born between 73 and 75, in between there, in Canada, it would probably be a year or two prior. And in England, it might be a year or two prior to that. Australia, even. It's just a general thesis, anyhow.
You know, it's weird you come up with that. Last night I come across a video talking about the viruses of 1920. Where did that virus start? The Spanish flu? Where did that start? Not in Spain.
Every 100 years, you have from the
Yep.
Black Plague, the Dark Plague, to the Spanish flu, to COVID. Every 100 years, there's a missing one. And
They've been
then,
doing this. They call it culling the herd.
that's right. That's
That's what they're
right.
calling it.
Do
That's
you
what they're
understand?
calling it.
People that took the shot willingly, I'm hoping you didn't take Biden's boosters. Because what happened to everybody that took the shot that we knew of, like Liz Warren, Booker, um, what's his name? Uh,
Problems. Everybody
they
has
all have,
problems
yeah,
with that damn thing.
we have friends that took the shot and have major problems. Or false readings, lots of false readings out there too. I do believe that, I personally believe that it was Trump's shots and Biden's boosters, right? So Trump's shots would have been different than Biden's boosters. But that's not to say that Trump's goodness
Nope.
or
I think
accused
they were
goodness
lying even to
wasn't,
Trump.
even with that, I understand that too, but it doesn't mean somebody couldn't have affected hundreds of thousands of vials that went out.
Damn well they did.
Yeah, California. It's just strange because I know people more in Missouri and Ohio that got sicker from the shots than New York or California. So I think it's a mixture because I've said it before. There's something wrong with Ohio. They have been experimenting on that poor state. And Missouri is or is it Michigan? Missouri is the Lakes of Ozarks, right? Is it Missouri?
Yeah.
Whatever. So Lakes of Ozarks in 2017 had COVID. They found COVID in it. Okay. Way before it came out. So these people are going to have terrible reactions. All right. You could go on about the, what was it, 25,000 or something? Is that what you're going to talk?
I wanted to talk about her price gauging. She said gauging. So is it gauging or gouging,
Well,
right?
gouging is when it
Yeah, well, she said
inflates.
gauging. Now the two words are different.
Well, gauging is
And
a better way to say it because you got to gauge where it's
well, they
at.
play with words. Their play on words hurt people,
That'd be
right?
true.
So she's saying that she wants to control the price of everything. That's bad. That's Nazis. Or communism.
Well,
That's
yeah.
definitely socialistic. Then on top of all that, she wants to give everybody that want a first time buyer $25,000 towards their home. I didn't get $25,000 towards my home. Okay. And she's talking about every new citizen included, which means even these illegals that they're making legal now.
Morning, brother. Um,
Bueno, buenos días.
wait, buenos
Good
dias.
morning, sir.
Hold on one second. You mean it's not just for the people, citizens. You're saying she wants to give it to illegals too.
Yeah, well, and whoever turns to a legal citizen, she's going to give them $25,000 too towards a new house. Then she says that she wants to do this amid a housing shortage. So if you
There's no
have this
housing
many
shortage.
people applying for a house, you're giving people $25,000 for a new house, but there ain't no houses.
For
That doesn't make any sense.
$25,000 these days, you could build 2.5 houses. Small
In
houses
certain
for people
places,
to
in some
fucking live
places,
in.
yeah, right.
This is I don't know what's I have no problem with giving $25,000 to American people. It's better than giving $25,000 to Ukrainian people. I don't mind giving $20,000 to American school students. These are citizens only, I'm saying.
But she's talking about the people that she makes citizens now that are illegal, because they're planning on making a lot of the illegals legal because they vote for Democrats.
Yeah. Do they? Really? Because
Not some of them do.
I gotta
They do.
say,
They do here. And trust me, they do here.
most of the people, even the even the Muslims that we sold our building to in Brooklyn, um, one of them went on to they're American. They've been here since 76. The son went into the army. The other son went into the police, the precinct. They have an American flag hanging outside. Then you have all the Mexicans and Puerto Ricans and Hispanic. They are Christian. They do not want to see a baby ripped apart at 9 months old. These people
Oh,
are
look
kidding
what you guys get
themselves.
to hear. Hold on.
Oh,
What's up, you crooked motherfuckers? That's a Saturday one for you.
excellent. Excellent. I can't do this 3 minute in a time warp thing. Well, that's why I asked if you wanted to come on, Matt. But that's why I put in the chat instead of saying it too. It's all right. See, it's very strange what's going on with Kamala. What did we have? Um, what did you just put up? It was really, let me see if I could find it. Oh God, my head hurts, guys. Sorry. I just don't feel well, and that means that something's wrong. I really am believing that. I'm taking pain from others. Isn't that strange? How you feeling,
Uh,
Brother Red? There's no doubt in my mind.
If she gives them all, if she gives that much money to everybody, to every new home buyer, that's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. Plus, if they put pricing, if they control the pricing on products, that's also going to hurt us.
Yeah.
That's not a good thing. That's a
No.
bad thing.
I don't think well, first of all, I don't think it's gonna happen
I hope not.
because we all know Trump is getting in. The whole
Well,
idea,
there you go. There's something wrong there.
Trump is in PA now. He's not on yet. Come on, I hate this shit. I'm so sick of the Trump rallies already. It's like ridiculous, everything. Reb, what did you tell us what you thought about Vance?
I need help understanding him.
I don't care for him.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. No, nobody. I mean, most people are just waiting for him to listen. You got a beard, you got something to hide there. You don't do beards when you're in office like that. You just don't. You don't hide your eyes. You don't. His ears are fucking weird. His ears are weird, yo. They are clone ears. You see how Kamala right here, how her ear is not attached to the side of her face? Well, when you have a clone, the ear is attached to the side of the face. Vance has that. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you. I will fix things if you vote for me into office, says Kamala, the woman currently in office, right?
It's already
On the
in.
promise of fixing all the problems you and your party created in the first damn place.
Right.
Too funny.
And they're in office now. Why don't they fix this stuff now?
Yeah.
Well, that's the whole point.
They've had 3.5 years to fix the problem. Why ain't it been done?
They made it worse. That's what they did. They went backwards. Went the other way.
This is interesting. See, now that looks like, what's his name to me? Vivek. Almost looks like Vivek to me. Weird.
Does.
Where is... I just did one's Advance, darn it. I don't even know I don't even know where I do my homework is all over the place. But I literally just did one Avance. Like a whole bunch of pictures. And there's something about him. I can't find it. Oh well. What the hell where would I have put in Vance's pictures other than my own, unless I just have them on my phone and I didn't usually I message myself stuff so I could double check it and have it. This is really good, actually. Let's watch this. My girlfriend, Chrissy, she is my spades captain. I love her to death. Thank you, Chrissy. I know, Joe, you'll have to watch it later. This is so true. Whoever did this, incredible artist. I love it. Good morning, Eric.
I tried so hard
See, we're not gonna get picked up for this one because the music is off slow.
Doesn't even matter. All to lose it all. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. So and gone so far. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. Lose it all. But in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Netflix. Netflix, man! Netflix! Fuck you people! Traitors! Each and every one of those mega idiots that did that. Sorry. With the phone. Brilliant. I'm glad it was an iPad. Not an iPhone.
So
Oh man.
Oh.
Now I'd like to say that the young woman, Chrissy, who sent this to me, I'm sure she won't, hopefully she won't mind me saying she had a near, well, she was dead. She died, literally. I think she was like 19. God, I hate that word literally. Sorry, I keep saying it. But she did. She died at 19 from a car accident. Not even sure how it happened exactly. She went down the mountain. And she is very in tune, is what I mean. And you can ask Helen. We have Linda. I have another friend, Eva. I have a few friends that have passed away and come back, and most of them are fully awake. They're just
I gotta go.
in touch. All right, bye, brother,
Talk to
from
you.
another
Bye.
mother.
Have a
There
good
you
day.
go.
Sell some
Sell some
cars.
cars, brother.
God bless. Peace.
I'm just saying, maybe they're closer to God. It's not my way of saying. I hate to say it like that, basically. It's not, but hey, maybe they are. All right, why is my video off? Oh, there I am. There we are. Oh my God, I have this on my page too. So sad, but true. Yeah, that whole video. This is what's wrong, right? This is why I spoke out to Oliver Anthony, the one that wrote the song, northwest of Richmond or whatever. Beautiful, very smart guy, but no. The reason we want robots, we want technology like this, A, it makes us safer. It does. Eventually, it will help us. And B, we can go and do human stuff and not have to work our asses off, right? Do I make sense here? I'm not saying like
That does
AI
make a lot of
technology
sense.
take over everything. Look, I've used AI to enhance some of, not my own artwork. My artwork is mine. But if I take the American flag from Google and I wanted to put Warrior Cat on it or something, I'll use AI to enhance it. So the fuck what? I don't have to take out my own pen and do it, which I can do it myself. It's a matter of curving. AI is nothing that special. Of course, it's from us. Well, it is special because it's from us, but that's all. Yeah, Brother Joe's having a hard time, Eric. So pray for him. His son's going through something.
Mm.
It just doesn't even make sense. I don't know if we told the story exactly the way it should be told. like when I was trying, there were 4 different incidences that happened to this young man for this one to happen, where he shot out somebody else's car.
Hmm.
It didn't even, he had the car parked. It was parked in front of the house when his windshield got blown out.
Hmm.
Yeah, Joe told me the next day it was from, a landing bullet.
Hmm.
You hear bullets every now and then. I hear bullets over here. I mean, we hear it in Florida. You hear it in New York too. It's the same amount of bullets, I'd say, because either somebody's practicing in the country, duck hunting, deer hunting, bear hunting, or killing a snake somewhere else, or killing a human being. So it happens. But for it to happen to just that car, for a stray bullet to go up and come back down when it's parked in front of his house, it's just bizarre. Now, I don't know if they found the cap to the gun, the um,
Shell
hi,
casing?
hi, Forever Trump. What is it?
Shell casing?
Yeah, the shell casing. I'm not sure if they found it in his car that they got the new windshield for, because somebody probably cleaned it out, and who the hell knows. They assumed for some no, they must have, because they knew it was a bullet. Joe didn't know it was a bullet. Now, for 4 terrible incidences to happen to this young man, where when Joe said it, I was like, again? It's no, there is something very wrong. Somebody's very off their rocker in the middle of Albuquerque over there, and they're hurting this kid. And his life, for trying to save his life, because he almost turned over in a ditch.
Hmm.
He is behind bars. They didn't. The attempted murder is off. There's no attempted murder on Justin, which is, we're grateful for that, because he did not try. He wanted to save himself. All right, this is the problem we're having in an everyday. How is it? Like, people come and trespass. They steal your stuff. They try to break in. Your kids are there. Your wife is sleeping. Your baby's got colic, and you got some guy robbing your house, and you can't take a bat to his head. You don't know what the fuck he's carrying in the middle of the night in the dark. Most of the time, criminals are smarter now. They try not to go to the houses that still have people sleeping in them. They wait till you're on vacation. Do not tell people you go on vacation when you're on Facebook, my friends. Wait till after vacation. Got it? Don't tell
Yeah.
people if you are a gun owner. It's none of their business. I know friends that work I can't believe certain people tell others that, oh, I don't carry my gun to work. Why would you say that? Especially in some of the lines of jobs that they do. Okay. So how's everybody else doing this morning? I didn't expect so many to come on, but then again, it's Saturday. It is a Saturday. It is a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. So, a couple of things were odd for me with the Elon Musk and Trump ringy ding ding talking never been, which I believe they're going to have again. Am I right? Did they say? I think they're going to have another phone call like soon too, because not
Hmm.
only is this transparency, ladies and gentlemen, but Trump is like, he's campaigning. It's a campaigning thing. Elon Musk too. I mean, he can
Yeah.
become just that much more famous, right? But there was a lot of things in general. It was so funny because Trump used my favorite word. He said literally, and he said it nice and slow. And regardless what you think, there's no coincidences. That was kind of for me. Whether it's in my own head or his head, or we think as one, where we go one, we go all, is not just the way humanity should be. It's actually how we interact with each other, like that level of off the earthly platform and more onto the spiritual and heavenly way of humanity. I don't want to say satanic because they had it. They had the Satanism. See, MK Ultra might be science, but for the Satanists, they probably had it more of a spiritual thing. Look at what we can do. We can do it. The good can't do it. We can do it. You know, but yet they did. They needed email and phones and computers and all this shit. We're not going to. I guarantee within 50 years, we'll have other ways of contacting each other. More personal, more, and I know it. I know it for a fact. I can't, I don't want to sound any more crazy than I already have. Why was Trump slurring? Anybody have a opinion of why Trump was slurring so much? Was it because it was so late at night? It wasn't that late for Trump. Was it because it wasn't really Trump? When I watched Vance for 3 minutes, he took a sip of water. I don't even know. He was on some live channel that my sister gets, apparently. And he took a sip of water. Now, I've said this before. When Trump got bashed for taking a sip of water during one of his, I don't even know what he was talking about or whatever. It might have been a news that I don't remember, but he got so ridiculed for taking a sip of water, but acting like a person, like if you want to do the Michael Jackson bit, is not the same as singing like the person, like singing like Michael Jackson. So say we had actor Trump putting on a Trump's voice, just a voice. I need a sip right now. That's what happens, right? It's easier for the body. And I believe the same with Vance. He's an actor. I don't know why he had to change his voice, but I just don't like that man. Sorry. I'm sorry for all Vance lovers. I do not like him. And haven't really found any conspiracist that does, except for Charles, but Charles said it well. He said, I just got to wait to see what happens. Not that he didn't like the guy. It's not that I don't like the guy either. It's a fucking feeling, guys. It's a feeling. And we awake have the best. We are, we've been 100%. We've been calling these people out years before any of you. So either the good guys are MK ultraing us. I don't care. Use me. I've told them time and use me as a portal. Do whatever the fuck you got to do. We got to get the word out. Everybody has to be on the same page, or else you're just not going to, it's not going to happen, guys. We're not going to level up. Level up. So if it wasn't Trump talking with Elon, which is a possibility, or maybe he's in a bunker and he needed some, water that he didn't have, or his dentures were loose for all I know. I don't know. I just don't believe everything I see, and neither should you. And remember Elon saying that Trump didn't shut down the media. That was one of the big things, and that's one of the things that got Elon on board with Trump more and probably on board with buying Twitter. Now, if he buys off Facebook and YouTube and Google and makes it all one thing, because honestly, it does not need to be, we don't need to, what are they asking? Wikipedia always asks for money. Hey, donate to Wikipedia. Meanwhile, they don't even have all the right answers because the answers usually come from the people, from what I gather. Why do we need all these separate? Why are these things costing money if the people are involved? Fuck them. Internet is communication. It's a necessity, just like your phone. It should all be free. I'm not saying you shouldn't pay for a mechanical device that somebody put together, but something that's in the air and goes into like fake storage, people, fake storage, right? It's like fake. It's endless. Why are you paying for it? Ugh, I am in a mood. At least I feel better. Yeah, they were talking a lot about the American dream that day too, which people would say Elon and Vance are like the American dreams, but I don't believe either of them are real. Elon, do I know a lot of South Africans? No. I was very good friends with one that died recently. Knew him for 7, 8 years. Um, saw pictures of his family, his friends. They did not look as strange as Elon. None of them. I mean, I'm sorry. Just so he's bizarre. I don't think he's out there. I don't know. Oh yeah, they were talking about the tunnels, weren't they? Um, because you see, this is ridiculous that they're talking about high-speed rails. Nobody wants to go underground, Elon. Nobody wants to go underground. I know it might be a fantastic little, cute little scientific thing for you to, but I don't think it's I do not want to go onto a subway ever again or a train unless I have to. I don't trust them anymore, by the way. Not especially after all the derailments we've had the last few years, right? Um, I believe my first anxiety ever was in a train and then on a bus. This is not, no, we should be flying. We should obviously be flying. Put the lighting underground, Elon. All right. I know you have these big, beautiful electron machines that carve out these beautiful, massive tunnels. Save the people with them, Elon. All right. Nobody likes the tunnels either. I told you guys this story once. We literally, John had literally, why do I always say that? John had to pull off right after the FDR, right before the battery tunnel, the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel. Very fucking dangerous because of my anxiety. I would literally, I would have had a heart attack. I did have a heart attack when I was in my 40s, early 40s. Regulations, new tech slows down the FDA drugs. FDA drugs. Are they checking? Drugs that help save lives. That's right. Trump put out that right to try. And I've had Democrats say, well, who did it help? Really? Probably, I'm not going to say, we're probably in the tens of thousands. It's helped. If a person is going to die, then they're going to try everything they possibly can, or their family will, for that person to survive. Because life is precious. I feel like I'm teaching a kindergarten. Not you guys, of course, but if any daft Democrat wants to listen, or a young cabal member, right? Uh, that's right. They also brought up that Europe has more regulations, and yet they have some of these drugs already available. I'm against drugs 100%, but I guess if the good people make it and there's like natural stuff in it, not stuff that, plastic came from the earth, but it doesn't mean that we should have it or we've been using plastic for an awful long time now, guys. Why? Tell me that people come up with inventions constantly. So where are the dozens of people that came up with other than plastic? Where'd they go? Are they not getting patents? Is there a reason for that? Yes. And yes. Come on. There's something about the plastics too that they don't really work because the plastics have either too much dye, too much other plastic on them, different colors that they tend to throw out most of the recycling anyhow. And since they've been doing this for 30, 40, 50 years, you'd think that they would learn. But it's all money, isn't it? It's all money laundering. It's all a gimmick. Hello. And there was something about, I gotta re-look it up. 666 being on the recycling, like it being a devil's creation. And if you don't think, well, not the devils, but you know, the people that follow the devil, if you don't think that that's real, let me see if this was a good one, but I think, oh, look at Hawkeye just as a puppy. JJ, who sent it to me? Dana, was it you? There was a really good. Give me a second, guys. Hang in. Hi, Helen. That's okay, brother. Don't worry about it. I'm okay. You know, I could look like a fool on my own too. You guys are more than welcome in. I don't have to be here alone. But you see how unafraid I am because I just don't give a shit. I want to get this stuff out. I want us all to be one the real way. It must have been Dana that sent it to me. See, what was I thinking about now? It was the guy who was explaining. Maybe it was this guy. Okay, maybe it was this one. I'm sorry. Here it is. Let us listen.
Looking at every single patient born in my practice. There was no cherry picking. There was no, we're going to exclude you for this or that. Every baby born was looked at, and we looked at every single office visit. We stratified them according to the number of vaccines they had.
Okay.
So basically we had over 500 who had 0 vaccines, and then we had another 3,700 and some who had some vaccines. And what we found, Dell, was actually even mind-boggling for myself. What I was clearly seeing was these kids don't get sick. They don't get chronic conditions. Well, the data spoke for itself, and you're showing your viewers the graphs. Those orange lines are over time, over that 10.5 years, the more vaccines you had, the worse you were for whether we looked at infections, ADD, ADHD, neurodevelopmental issues, eczema, allergies. It doesn't matter what we looked at, even just plain old anemia skyrockets in the vaccinated when compared to the blue line, the unvaccinated.
Wow.
This data is so powerful.
If I had access to this information before my daughter was born, I would have made very different choices. Every parent wants the best for their child. Every parent deserves access to all the information to make an informed choice. I share this because I wish someone had shared.
Looking at every single patient.
Yeah, we were talking about that. You see, sorry guys. I don't know what made you. I know so many mega that actually did it. And I don't understand why. Well, yeah, you trusted Trump, which is wonderful. The movement is wonderful, but you cannot trust the people quite as much. Helen had a good one here. Let's play Helen's. Hold on. This guy is very good. There's more too, because I remember more. Let's see what he says first, because I didn't hear the whole thing.
Holy Bible mentioned that this winged lion represents the beast. It sure does. It sits right in front of the UN Plaza at 666 United Nations Plaza. But the devil is always in the details. And that little logo right there at the top of the screen, that's next on the trumpet. This is the UN logo, and it's comprised of 33 segments that are joined together that form this flat earth. And then it's wrapped by the acacia leaves. Everything the UN does is going to be under that big flat earth logo right there. And in New York City, their address is 666 United Nations Plaza. Let's see how many times. I can say 33. The Tower of Babel is at the 33rd degree parallel. Mount Hermon is where the fallen angels descended to earth. Mount Hermon is at 33 degrees right there. Where the fallen angels came to earth, that's mentioned right there in the book of Revelation, chapter 12. And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven and did cast them to the earth. 1/3 is equal to 33.3%. It makes you wonder why the United Nations has a permanently manned location right on top of Mount Hermon. Well, you knew that was coming. Hey, look, I got 33 buttons all the way down my front. Me too.
Oh God, yes.
In their logo, they have 2 sprigs of acacia right here.
Yes.
And what's the Masonic significance? Does the Holy Bible mention that this...
Very good. Oh, he was very good. Yes, yes, yes. There's more to it than that. Flat Earth, this is what I was talking about, flat earthers. Their beliefs are very biblical and point out the Satanism. See, that's why I'm not sure if flat earth is a psyop to wake up the people or to keep them distracted, because the whole reason people believe in the flat earth is primarily because they believe that the round earth took you away from God. So this is why everything is satanic when it comes to not believing in the flat earth. I honestly, I'm not an astronaut, never been up there. I don't have the engineering or master skills to know anything more than what I do of what we see from NASA. NASA, they believe is fake. I believe that too. Now I don't think it is. Do you understand? This is what our team, the conspiracists, are having trouble with. We are way more advanced than most of the conspiracists understand, because they don't realize that they're still watching a movie. We've been watching a movie since day one. We still are. But it has to end November, right? It's going to end in November. It's right there. We're right on top of the month. And I think that's when, well, we'll have a new world order, won't we? Let's see. Oh, Helen, I did send it to you, but I sent it to Vinci. You could put it, oh, there she is. Anybody else want to come on? I know Matt said, see, I understand Matt. Matt said he couldn't come on because of other people probably around him at the moment. And it's difficult here too. Like, my husband doesn't care. He cares that I'm crazy, but I think he's believing me more and more. He always knew I was crazy, so it didn't really matter. My sister is a never Trumper. She just hates Trump. They hate Trump. It really makes no sense to me. Like, well, it does. It depends what you watch. It depends what the Northeast watched. I don't think the South and the West, even the West, probably had it bad, but you know, you watch those late night funny boys. Jimmy Kimmel, he didn't do it. He didn't do that show. What was it? The Tonys? What did he do recently? He didn't do it. That wasn't him, guys. That guy is an asshole. Okay? I wouldn't doubt that he gave his child a heart murmur or whatever the hell it has. I'm sorry. They do this shit to make you feel sorry for them. Like, Madonna's gonna, you know, basically rent out 6 African children or Haitian children. And that's probably what they do because do you think anybody's going to recognize these kids again? They have schools that these kids attend, that these stars kids attend. Not like Trump's kids that went to freaking Pennsylvania. I mean, it's an Ivy college, but it was, it's right here. It's not the same. These people have their own facilities where they become lawyers without knowing shit about the law. Where Obama becomes president not knowing how many states there are. Do you get it? This is fucking, you gots to wake up, people. Gots to wake up. Yeah, Helen, I just showed the one that you sent me. I like that. There was also in the Garden of Eden, right? The tree of wisdom. I don't know how much I believe in the Bible, but there are stories that I can accept. So there was the tree of wisdom. I believe this is the tree that Adam picked. No, maybe it's not because I don't think there was apples on the tree of wisdom. Might be 2 different trees. I'm not sure. But the tree of wisdom is in Eden. Now, apparently they took this tree and moved it, and I'm talking about the Satanists, right? Or it's in the same place, but they froze it, which would be the Antarctic, right? The devil got it. Now, if it was just, that, who could believe that? It's a story, right? But then in the UN, there is a tree of wisdom there. In Bush's garden, he has a public garden. It's the tree of wisdom is there. They love bronzing things. They love doing these reliefs. It's a relief, for the love of God. I was an artist for so long. You think I'd remember? Well, that's architecture. When I said in the Capitol building, especially in the basement, they had these children's bronzed faces. It's a relief. A relief comes out. That's you see, it always comes back to me. Anyhow, her neck is huge. Kamala, Kamala, Kamala. She's a guy. She's got there's something not. I can't even explain it. Look, if I don't know what to say, I'm not gonna go. I'll be like, shit. Let's move on to another subject. This thing is a thing. They're all things. They're all of them are things because they're not female or male. They don't register as a female or male to be if God wants. All right. This really bothers me that it mentions anything gay in the Bible. I believe that was added because why would God say it? Why would God bring it up? It's the devil's crap. Okay? This is why I believe the Bible's been tweaked just a little bit to fuck up Christianity, which is what the devil wanted to do in the first place, right? Go on, Helen.
Carolyn,
Yes, love.
in the Bible, it says that men should not lie down with men, women
know.
with women,
I know.
dress in men's clothes or women's clothes,
Why would
or
God
lie
bring that up
with
at all?
beasts.
But why? Why would God bring that up at all? Why would it be? Listen, if people aren't educated on the subject, usually they would never know about it. When do you ever see it? Like, it's only in movies. I tried to explain this to a couple of friends. The idea of gayness is extremely new. It is not as old as the Bible. It is not over 300 or 400 years old. I don't care what you think that Greeks fucked each other back during the wars. No.
Yes, it is, because
No,
when
that's
God
the
freed
devil
the
talking to you.
when
Sorry.
Moses walked those people out of Egypt and sent them to the land where they were supposed to be, okay? They started worshiping. They took all their jewelry and made a golden calf. They were having orgies. They were screwing everybody and their
You see,
mother.
that's what I'm saying. This is not something God would mention. Why? Why mention it?
And
That's
why
The
why
not?
devil mentioned it.
And why not?
That's why
He,
they
he-
were roaming around for 40 fucking years till every one of them croaked.
I don't, why not? Because why teach your children such crap?
because he
That's
knows
not
what's
crap.
happening before we do.
See, a lot of people read the Bible like it's a
What
novel.
did what did you tell me, Helen? The devil knows the Bible as well as God does.
Exactly.
There's no way in hell 2,000 years that this Bible's been around. You've had cretins that worship the devil for longer than that, and they didn't touch that Bible. When they were in charge of everything important, like education, the printing press, having fucking money and power, they changed the Bible. Don't tell me that they didn't tamper with the Bible. They had everything. They still do. I doubt it. This fucking gayness has been transplanted into your heads. It is not 200, 300 years old. It is genetic interfering. It's them making you believe that God told you not to do this. Why would a woman and a man not? Why would they? It's stupid, is what it is. I don't believe it. The devil had his hands in it. If not the Rothschilds or the lizard people or aliens or whatever the fuck you want to believe in.
It goes back to the Garden of Eden when the devil disguised himself as the serpent and told Eve that she could eat this fruit because she would know as much as God did. And that's when all this shit started.
And to put Snow White to sleep, she ate an apple too. It sounds like a fucking fairy tale. I'm sorry. What woman would say, "Oh, well, God just warned me not to eat this apple, but this fucking serpent here." I'm sorry. The Bible, it's been tampered with. There's no doubt in my mind that regular everyday assholes put stupid shit in the Bible. In 2,000 years. The only people with education were the rich. The rich were the cabal. It's as simple as that. The poor people, us, the serfs, the plebes, we knew nothing. They could have changed the Bible in front of us. I'm sorry. I do not believe a good and great God would put like Eve to the test. Or say that there was gayness, or even have gayness as a why would women like women when women are supposed to like men so we can have reproduction? It doesn't make sense. Scientifically, it doesn't make sense. Never mind biblically. No. They put shit in our heads. They put shit in our words. They put shit in our books. We've had shitty presidents for 400 years. I'm sorry. I just can't. Listen, the oldest rating that I remember of a gay author was Tennessee fucking Williams in the 40s. Other shit is either from the Bible or movies. Prove me wrong. You got maybe one or two from the late 1800s. They could have been Masons that wanted to do it. Because Masons were the ones that wrote the book, did the sciences, taught your children. It's a play in a play in a play in a play in a play, and it's going to take forever to know the truth about things. Iguana. What's an iguana? Why are you saying iguana, Ela? Sorry. Forever. Love Trump. I know I could go off on these things. I really can, because it just, if it doesn't make sense, it's just not true to me. It doesn't make sense. I'll have these arguments with theologians. I'll have these arguments with Sephardic Jews. I don't care. I mean, that's another thing. How do you have all these Bibles? All right, you know the Christian Bible. But there's tons of other religions that have writings, these beautiful godly writings in their own religions. And one of the only things that all of them have in common, except for like the Jews and the Muslims and the Christians, their Bibles all seem to work, which is fucking odd in itself, okay? Why would that be? Why would the Hebrew, the Muslim, and the Christian Bibles work? It doesn't make sense to me. So in all these religions, the one thing that isn't common is Noah's ark, pretty much. The flooding and the meteorites and all that is in history
Okay, why do
around
you
the
believe-
world.
Why do you
Not
believe
Adam
that
or
and
Eve
nothing
eating an
else?
apple. Remember, the apple was by Lucifer. Remember that. New York City, the Big Apple. That's Luciferian. That was the devil putting that in there. No woman would go against God. They want you to believe that she did. Women are inferior. Bullshit. We're run by a monarch. We're run by a what do they call a female? We were probably run by females. The highest, the priestesses and everything, I believe they were females. Hillary was one of them, top probably 20%, 15%. I don't know who's the top, but you got the Windsors and the Penziers, and they're female, the queens. All right. I could go on. Of course I can. I have been trained to do this. There was something else you sent, Mama, that I wanted to play.
Oh, I sent you a lot of shit.
Ooh, John Burgess, that's beautiful. Yeah, I know you do. But there was let me share and see if I can find it. See that I'll definitely do the Bohemian Rhapsody, Pink Floyd stuff. I would love to get Dwayne in on that because he knows his music. And whoever else wants to come in for that, and I'll do it in like a week and a half. Maybe next weekend or Wednesday, I'll say. But because people know a lot about music and they hear different things in music, and there's a reason. There's such a reason.
Did I send you the video about how the devil controls all the music?
Oh, I don't know. But that does sound fascinating. But let's keep that for
Yeah, I gotta find it again and send it to you.
my husband's gonna be like, what the hell is she talking about? Okay. Thanks for
Who, me
asking.
or you?
No, John just messaged if I'm feeling bad. I was really sick this morning. Like I can't even explain it. Similar to the other day, like this people, you're gonna get it. People that are waking up are going to get sick. They're going to get things happening to them that just seem very unusual. From allergies, like my allergies are overboard. My throat is, it's just beyond. Um, I know friends have skin peeling. I mean, these are bizarre things, but this is the truth. Um, weight gain, weight loss, lucid dreaming. There's creatures of all sizes might infest. In fact, Florida has infestation of gnats of some sorts or something. Somebody told me recently, and I'm like, to be honest with you, I think that's a good sign. I think that's nature going back to normal. Yes, they are restoring our soils, gardens, air that we breathe, the sky. They are. Um, yeah, they are. There's no doubt in my mind at this point. And we'll go
I'm
through why.
still infested with flies.
It's going to have to take its course, Mama. You're wide awake. People don't believe it.
I mean, it's a real pain in the ass when you
Believe
put your
in
cup of
God,
coffee
the
down and go to
Bible.
pick it up.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
When you put your coffee down and see a shitload of flies doing a swan dive in your cup of coffee.
Yeah, I know. People
And
that
there's a
are,
lot of baby flies. These motherfuckers ain't going nowhere. And I found out that I'm not the only one in my building because there are cops passing by spraying, telling people to go in the house because they're spraying for flies.
oh, this
I
is
asked
so
my
funny.
son if anybody else has got flies in the fucking house.
This is so funny. I just brought that up the other day about, see, I know, we'll get back to the fly thing. The evil is leaving. That's the evil. That's all they have left. That's all the devil has left is the tip of his tail, which is fucking flies and maggots. That's all he has left. I believe we have another couple of months of this. Like I said, November is the turning point, right? It might
I
even
ain't
be.
fucking waiting that long. I gotta find a way to get rid of these
No, no,
fucking.
no, no. I'm not talking about you in general. Okay, because a lot of people are going through this. Obviously, 3 different states had it here. Joe had it in New Mexico, and you in Brooklyn. This is not. It's just bizarre if it's not an improbability. All right. So it's Satan's tail. It's the bit of it's the last licks that he has. That's how weak it is, because the bad is cut off. I wouldn't be surprised if some people are getting it worse than others, but some are waking up really fast. Like Dana's been doing it for 3 or 4 years, so I don't know how it's going to affect him. But for somebody that's been only doing it for like 3 or 4 months, they're going to like go downhill really fast. You need to have somebody with you to go through with you. I don't care if you choose that to be me. I'm here for everybody. I don't care. I will walk you through it. It is not, I don't, you could call me crazy. I don't care. How many crazies are there now? How many examples of crazies have I shown you then? All these little TikTok videos. And these aren't even from me. These are from my friends. Friends that are awake. The real infestation is us waking up. And I wish they would stop with the same dreams. I keep having the same freaking dreams. They're freaking me out. What's this? When you have a flat tire? Let's see what Helen sent. Let's see what Helen sent. We saw that one the other day or yesterday. Yeah, the very well. That was pretty good. There was something. Yeah, I didn't realize it was so old, though. What is that? Oh, God, give me a break. $800. There's no way. Come on. Nobody believes in Kamala, really. First of all, she's a dude. Second of all, she was installed. She was installed. Nobody made any decisions. Which one is this? The Freemasonry. Did I share this? Oh, it's just at the highest
No, it's the
degrees
one before that.
under the Jesuit order is witchcraft, sorcery, black magic, and Satanism. Yes, and they've been using this for thousands of years. What I mean is,
The one before
before
that is the lady
before
whose
Jesus,
father was a Freemason.
Eric has them too. Eric got the flies too. Eric, it's the devil leaving. I'm telling you guys, it sounds so bizarre, but if you guys can believe in Christianity, if you guys can believe in the Bible and God, then you can absolutely believe that the devil is being diminished because we are winning. We are winning. We are part God. We are part of God. We are part of Jesus. His blood runs through us through the Holy Spirit. Am I wrong? Like, I'm still learning all this, but if we are part of God, then we are all one and we are killing off the Satanists, which is going to affect us all in a way we've never imagined. I literally had triangles on my eyes for months. I couldn't I thought it was the kitten scratching me. Couldn't understand what it was. It was my allergies, because allergies were very bad for people that were waking up. And it took it out on my eyes. I was able to see. They were trying to shut my eyes, but I kept seeing, whether I had to use my third eye or not. The lower degrees are smoke and mirror. They are deceived. It's an institutionalization. Ask yourself why all the world leaders are Freemasons. This is the truth. All you have to do is do some research.
Before that, yeah, watch this video.
I want to post this today because I'm a little annoyed. I somehow had a page show up on my FYI this morning where this gentleman was spreading lies, misinformation about the Masonic Lodge. And when I piped in and gave him the truth, he blocked me off. Here's the reality, folks. In order to be a Shriner, you have to be a 32nd or 33 degree Mason, okay? My father, my grandfather, and my great-grandfather were all 33 degree Masons. Let me start off by saying my grandfather and great-grandfather do not fall into this category. But my father and every Mason I've met since then falls into the category I'm going to talk about. Along with my grandmother, who was an Eastern Star, who falls into this category as well, okay?
Eastern Star is very important.
Everything that I have been through, everything that I have seen, everyone I have interacted with, every book from the Masonic Lodge I've ever read, all their little secret books I have, because my dad was killed in 2008. So I have a lot of stuff that probably shouldn't have, but I have it, and I'm going to keep it, okay? They actually do not believe in God. They worship Satan. And these people that are on, they're trying to tell you that that's not true. It's 100% true. Do your research. Also, they monster animals. They monster children. They abuse their women and children. They're alcoholics. They're cheaters. They're demonic. Okay? I know that because I'm a victim of that since I was at the age of 3. My dad was a Shriner clown. My dad was very prominent in the West Coast Shriners and the Masonic Lodge. My grandmother was an Eastern Star.
Dear God.
Very much involved in the same thing. They tried to indoctrinate me by putting me in Job's Daughters. That didn't work. So they tried to indoctrinate me by putting me in the Rainbow Girls. That didn't work. They tried to indoctrinate me by getting me to date a DeMolay boy. That didn't work. I wasn't falling for any of this. I'd already been through all of the abuse, the mistreatment, and all of the rest of it. I have seen it all. My dad was murdered in 2008, and at his funeral was half Masonic, half military.
Right.
I have never seen anything in my life that was more disgusting than the Masonic service. Talking about how pure and amazing and wonderful this person was. Really? When everyone that was there that did the service knows my father and knows what he did to me and knows the kind of person he is and the kind of person they are, because they're doing the same thing. Every one of them. There wasn't one of them that was there that doesn't have a family member that's had the same outcries that I have. So you can block me off of your page. I don't really care. You could block me off your lives. I really don't care about that either, because I'm going to always speak the truth. I am a victim of the Masonic Lodge. I am a victim of the Shriner Clowns. I am a victim of the Masons. And they are satanic. They are horrible people. And they hurt their family and their children.
Yep.
And if you don't like what I'm saying, that's fine. I don't care.
Right.
I got the receipts. All of them. So block me off your page. Tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. And you know what? I could tell you who my father is. And I could tell you the 3 lodges that are involved. And I could tell you the 250 Masons that are involved.
There you go.
But you know what? Believe what you choose to believe. But the Masonic Lodge is satanic. They have satanic rituals. And their families are victims. I said what I said. Have a good day.
See,
Today, while feeding the street cats, a
yes, mama, street cats. Poor little baby kittens. There you have it. I mean, it's. Where are you going? Hold on 1 second, ladies and germs. Da-da-da-da.
And the Masons are also sworn to secrecy. That's why all these things are not being said.
Sorry, just give me a second. John's leaving for his mother's, and I think he's taking Hawkeye. So let me see. Hold on. I'll be right back. You could say whatever. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy, people.
Give Hawkeye a kiss for me.
Will do.
Are we still on even though she's muted?
Yeah.
Yes, you're still on. It's okay. I mean, don't. People could fast forward. All right. That's the ingenious of having things live and recorded at the same time. The Eastern Star. Yeah.
And you know that these Masons are known for their secrecy.
Well, that's what I keep trying to.
That's why
Why do you
you
think-
see.
Go on. Go on,
That's
Mama.
why you see them, the musicians and the movie stars, when they cover that one eye, or they put the shush thing in front of their mouth. That means they're secret. Yep.
That's what I'm trying to explain to people. I've been trying to explain this where Republicans and good people, they have nothing to hide, do they? So they just scream out loud and everything goes and they tell everything, the way it is and blah, blah, blah. Not with these Masons, not with the Masonic lodges. They swear on their lives, and that's probably why he's dead. 2008 was a the woman's father, very specific year, isn't it? Wasn't that the year Obama came in? Right? So
I was just going to say that.
something gave. Something happened to them at that time. Maybe he didn't even accept. Because there are different, I think, like in the Jewish religion, there are different divisions, different sects. I constantly say this because it's very important. It's like this in almost a lot of countries. There's different, not just social statuses, right? There's different sects. And I think some are higher than others. Like the ones that believe in Moloch are probably one of the highest, right? And that's why you have Michael Obama, that was the first lady,
Yeah,
tranny,
half man and half beast.
and Kamala, Kamala, Calamari.
No, I've had calamari yesterday. I made it yesterday. Don't compare that to calamari.
John eats it. I don't. Isn't that strange? He doesn't really eat fish, but he'll eat that because it's all fried and chewy. He's gonna yell at me for saying that. I won't eat it. I love octopi. I do. I think they're so beautiful and smart. I couldn't eat it. And I used to eat what are the little white ones called? The little white fish. They look like, what are they called? And then they said that they were taking them out of stingrays. You never heard of that, Mom?
No.
You would know it if I said it. Oh, come on, help me out there, guys. Well, I'm looking up shit, actually. I'm not looking at Big Mike, exactly. No, it's true. It's true. Come on, what is the little fish called? It's driving me crazy now.
The cracker
People eat
fish.
the little white round ones, and usually with tartar sauce. Scallops.
Scallops.
Yeah. Like I used to like them when I was a kid, and then I found out that they take them out of stingrays, the wings of the stingrays. They don't even try to harvest the real scallops. This is what they do to us. They give us imitation crab, not real crab. Clams was the first living thing I've eaten in like 8 months, 7 months. It was weird. I almost felt off. I haven't even eaten seafood, and I'll eat seafood a little bit. Weird. Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. All right. What else is up?
Why the meat ain't that safe either. It's all fake shit.
Everything. Oreos, Doritos.
Yep.
Um,
Yep. Chicken.
Yeah, the chickens, you gotta be careful with the meats. What they did in Africa to those poor people with their food, the only food they fucking have. They destroyed it and sent on through digestion diseases and disabilities and dysfunctions in the fucking body, all through putting hormones in chickens. What the hell do you think they're doing to kids putting these hormones in them? Or vaccines? Some of these vaccines have. Why in God's name are you gonna put a deadly metal into a child? There is mercury in these. Now, mercury alone is extremely deadly to the human existence. oh, but a little bit, it's okay. No, get away from my baby. Oh, all right. There's people that have had acid, their skin burned off from those lights, mercury lights that they came out with in the beginning, bursting. Uh, houses burned down, apartments. All right. It's like an acid almost. No, you don't want it in your fucking baby's body, people. Are you dumb as shit? Really? But Vance, I don't care about the world because, I'm a cat lady. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I really could care less about that. That was stupid of him to say. He's just stupid. I don't like him at all. Sorry, Vance. Don't like you. Please leave. You're too young. Way too young. Way too inexperienced. And
I
he
said
looked.
it the minute I saw him. I said it the minute I saw him. There's something about this guy I do not like.
Nope.
And you know my gut.
Yep. I'm the same way, Mama.
And
Right.
I'm a
The
cat
autism
lady.
too. Right. But you've had kids. I have always loved children. I have always loved children. I did so much for children out of the way of my life. You cannot even imagine. Even when I was a child, I was still teaching children. And I have proof of that. So don't tell me that you don't have to have your own children to care about the world, to care about your brother and sister, your neighbors, your nieces, your uncles, your aunts. Fuck you. I don't like him. And that is not why I don't like him. He's covered. I want that beard off. Because I believe once that beard comes off, half his makeup will come off too. Guy's wearing makeup, yo. The guy's wearing makeup. You know who wears makeup? Women, heavy metal people, and Satanists. And I'm not talking about stage makeup. He's got fucking eyeliner on. Something wrong with him. Oh, come on, Trump. Just tell us the
No,
truth.
that's his mask. That's the eye line, um the holes in the mask around the eyes. That makes it look like he's got eyeliner on.
Right. That's what I'm thinking, Mama. He's all fake. Those ears look either bizarre, unreal. I don't know. Thank you, Forever Trump. I love children. Till this day, I love children. And I can't teach them enough. I don't want to be paid to teach children. Nobody should be paid to teach children. Children need to learn. You want them to succeed. This is ridiculous. Public schools. Again, it's like cages. Jailhouses are the same. This is all satanic. If you ever visit like the London Tower or something, or go to a freaking Renaissance fair and find out how they used to torture people. You don't need children to want that to stop. You don't need anything to want that to stop. And it still continues. Quartering people, having their legs and arms tied up from a horse and being drawn in 4 different directions, having them sawed with a saw from their bottom mid half upwards just by regular people sawing like a tree, from thumb tortures. I mean, a lot of this has not even changed. People are still evil. It shouldn't be. How did Democrats call anything progressive? There's no progression here. We still have abortion that's over 200 or 300 years old. We still have jails that are 200, 300 years old, 400, 500, 600. I don't know. Jails have been around for a long time. Stupid. I don't know. I don't know. It's just so much. Let's see what else is there.
Do you remember that picture you put up of Kamala as a guy and her? Doesn't he
Yeah.
look like Elon Musk?
I thought he looked like Vivek.
No, to me he looks like Elon Musk.
Well, he's too dark for Elon, but the hair
Hey,
and stuff.
Elon Musk is from Africa.
Yeah, but he's white. He's white African. He's South African. He's white. He's from the British colonies. But I could see it. Well, that's the thing. They're inbred. That's not the real Elon Musk. The real Elon Musk was the same as this woman. That woman we just watched, which I have to go back and know her name and everything and get to know her. I still want to talk to Roseanne Barr too. Because why not? That woman knows a lot. She's learned a lot. And I wish I had time to watch all her episodes. That's a fighting Jew, ladies and gentlemen. She's sticking up for her religion, her beliefs, and the American dream, like I said earlier. I don't know. You might be right. Maybe he's Elon. Who the hell knows? They're all inbred. It doesn't matter.
Oh, I meant to bring this up the last time we spoke on what was it, last Sunday when we were on for 4 hours? That
Yeah.
Obama is related to Bush.
Yes, they are related. Yes.
And so are a lot of these other suckers.
That
And Barbara Bush was not a real female either.
Barbara Bush was a male, correct. A lot of people are like, but they have kids. So does fucking Madonna from Haiti.
They dial 1-800-RENT-A-KID.
The Christians are so easily manipulated. That's that the good Catholic people are naive. Not all of them, obviously, Mama, but it just seems like they're one-way thinking. And it's a good way of thinking, MAGA, make America great again. But they can't get the wool from over their eyes that Satan has been in control. Satan and its people. Hundreds of thousands of them controlled billions of us. And let me tell you, Walt was right. It is a small world. They kept it big, but it is a small world. You're in the army or anything, you know it's a small world. What's 24 hours to go around the world? It's nothing. Okay? They were so pledged to be quiet and then get everything done they had to do. And they look so innocent. Tom Hanks, he was casted away with his ball. Wilson, which looks like a child's handprint. Isn't that right, Mama? Right? The blood on Wilson.
Yeah.
See, those are all symbolic. That wasn't in the real book. Castaways is not the real book. This is another thing that Disney and all the satanics do. They take all the evil stories. Like I mentioned, Alibaba and the 40 Thieves. Well, Alibaba and the 40 Thieves is gross as shit. Where when I was 12 or 14, I don't know, I asked my dad, can I read it? You know, he had all the old books. And Goldback yet. No, Carol, I think you're a little too young for this. Meanwhile, I wanted to see Les Miserables at the same, yeah, so I must have been about 12 because he let me go see that. They changed it to Aladdin with Robin Williams and all this beautiful wishing. And, you know, there's an evil character. Oh, people. It's really strange. My old friend Carmine from Brooklyn, my ex-boyfriend, he was a great friend of mine still. He used to hate Disney. And I was like, I get it. I get why he hates it. But now I really get it. And he doesn't even realize it was part of the Satanism. He's the one that explained it to me 30 years ago. And I got it. I understood it, but I just now totally get it. Any of their magical movies, including Star Wars, motherfuckers. Lucas must have been part of the plan. He didn't sell his shit to nobody. That guy was good forever. Who the fuck needs more than a couple of $1 billion for their family? Yeah, break.
I have a friend who was married to a Greek, and every time she wanted to go out with my brother years and years and years ago. So she ended up marrying this Greek guy, and she's been jet setting back and forth from New York to Greece. She
Yes,
said
Greek
she was
people love
having
going
dinner.
home.
She was having dinner in Greece, and she saw Tom Hanks and that wife of his. And I wanted to tell her, man, you are such a fucking idiot, because Tom Hanks is no longer with us,
He's dead.
and neither is
I
his
knew where she was
wife.
going. Yeah, dead.
I
They
didn't
never
have
got
the heart to
out of
tell her, but
Australia, people.
I wanted to tell her, you're a fucking idiot. You better take your glasses back to Vision Center.
Listen, she saw an actor. She saw an actor. He was there. That's what they said. They had a picture of him it was either CGI, AI, or an actor. We all know this. He was there
And
because
this
you
guy
had to have.
was skinny as shit.
He didn't look like, well, no
And
adrenochrome.
from what I remember, his brother has been playing the part of Tom Hanks, because his brother looks exactly like him.
Yeah, you see, I think some of them had to. See, I think Jim Carrey too. I think Jim Carrey didn't understand the cabal because you have to have a certain amount of money, and probably at the time Jim Carrey became bigger, it was probably more money. At one point, it was like 5 million. You had to have about 5 million in your bank account to be noticed by the Illuminati. There was some reason that they didn't call Trump, or maybe they did call Trump or his father, but they said no. Okay, that's the difference that Democrats don't seem to get. Trump has never, ever been to the Bohemian Grove, not any part of his family. According to Mark Dice, you don't have to go off on me. I've never heard anything. I've never seen pictures in 25 years of knowing about the Bohemian Grove. I've never seen any pictures or anything of Trump or his family there. I've seen Reagan there. Okay? Pictures. Pictures, they're true depending how old they are. Because they didn't have Photoshop back then. They can Photoshop it now, but it's
You remember that Supreme Court Justice? What was his name? I can't remember his name.
Scalia.
Yes. He was at
there are no
Bohemian Grove.
coincidences. What?
He was at
there?
Bohemian Grove. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how he got killed.
Yeah.
That's
he
why
knew
they
too
never
much.
showed you any pictures. They never did. No, he was a pedo.
Oh, was he? He was the opposite?
Yes, he was.
So why would they kill him?
And he got killed. He got killed by the kid he kept going there to molest. That's why there was no autopsy. They said that this kid fucked his face up so bad that he was irrecognizable. But we all know why people lie, to keep things hidden from us.
That's right. You see, I can't doubt what she's saying. At first, we got to do more. A lot of people thought maybe he was killed by the bad guys, but this could be true. We really don't know the full truth. Some people thought that he was pinched with a needle with the. Oh, I can't remember.
That's the story they're telling.
Right, where it gives him a heart attack. But you see, the bad people, they do. They make up more than one story. So then things become conspiracy, things become legend, things become well known, other things fly away, keeps people thinking instead of finding out the real truth. You can't settle on anything, not even Trump, my friends. You can't. You're praising and applauding and loving the Trump you see at that rally. It might not even be him. but it's the
Carolyn,
words.
when we see Trump, do you check his ears out and see if they're the same, if they're stuck to his face or not,
I did way
to see
back
if
when. I
that's a
don't do it
man?
anymore. I don't watch Trump much anymore.
Yeah,
They have no
because
reason
you
to.
keep saying that Trump disappeared. And I want to see pictures of Trump when he was younger, how his ears are set, and pictures of him now.
Well, I have that. I have it perfectly in my head, that reddish blue picture of him in his high school book, and his ears stick out of it. That,
Because
you see, I
that's the
don't have
only thing that's
photographic
going to
memory
put
of
your
words, but pictures, phew,
that's the only thing that's going to put your mind to rest, that really isn't Trump, that he's in
it doesn't.
hiding somewhere.
I
Or
don't mind if it is or it isn't, though. You know what I mean? I don't really. It's still part of the plan. Trump could be alive and in the bunker called Cheyenne Mountain, where Space Force is built and installed it, and is part working there. And there are bunkers there. People, places like that exist all over the world. They have for more than half a century. I think the oldest one I can remember is in Australia. The
yeah, well,
Dome.
don't you know that scumbags like who's that Microsoft asshole? What's his name?
Gates, Bill Gates.
Yeah, him and a lot of others have these bunkers built inside mountains
Right. Right.
where they're hiding.
Exactly. Hence why Trump bought Mar-a-Lago, because he might have known long, long time ago that something was going to happen. He had Epstein at Mar-a-Lago, right? But Trump also fought against Epstein because Epstein did something inappropriate to one of the masseuse's daughters. She was like 16 or 17. She wasn't of age.
Right.
And
And that's the only thing. And they're trying to say too that Trump was on what's his name's plane to
Lolita, he did take Lolita to Florida, from New York to Florida. It was for us, it was like a cab lift. That's
but
another
he
thing.
never
People
went to
don't understand.
Epstein Island.
No, he never
They're
went to
trying to
Epstein.
say that his name is on that
No,
flight list.
never went to
Why ain't
Epstein.
they showing that flight list?
I've seen the flight list. I have it. I have a bunch of it. I have so much of it. And that
Yeah,
was
but
from
they're
the old
also
stuff.
not giving out all the information when they locked up what's her face?
Giselle
Maxwell.
Maxwell, Ghislaine Maxwell. Now, she's dead, Mama. She's dead. They're all dead. You know that. They're dead. She's dead. She ain't getting no 10 years. That woman literally took babies up in her helicopter to deliver them to Epstein. To Epstein's Island, to whoever wanted them. That's what this bitch did. She was in charge of child trafficking. They're allowed to get their fucking license like that. Well, let me show you how to work the plane. Get your license. Like a lot of
And there were also these cruise ships.
right. Disney cruise ships
Used to take them to
absolutely went to
Epstein
Epstein
Island
Island.
also, and submarines.
Right. And not only Epstein Island, but there are other islands around there, like Biden's Island, and a few others.
And Diddy's
Johnny
Island.
owns an island.
Diddy's got an island too.
There you go. That doesn't surprise me. They're all over the place. It was a hop, skip, and a jump. They gave themselves the leg up. That's another reason I don't trust Vance, because he's a fucking liar. I've never argued with Joe. Joe always said we don't need lawyers, fuck lawyers, and lawyer. He's been saying that for years. I understood it. I didn't really care as much, but I kind of, at this point, yeah. I don't want a lawyer as a vice president. When you're a lawyer, you kind of lose something. It's better to know the law.
Who's a lawyer?
Vance. JD Vance. It's also,
Boy, this clown has many hats he wears.
doesn't he though? Doesn't he? And then he owns a business, Ambrosia, which is a blood bank or something, a blood business. I have to
I
still
also got to find that video where he called, when he said Donald Trump is going to be vice president. Man, if that didn't remind me of Pence.
guys, you're being
Pence
fooled
wanted to be
over and
president so
over.
bad. He wanted to be president so bad that him and who was what do you call it at the time? Speaker of the House, Paul.
Manafort?
No,
No,
no, no, no, no.
um, I just had it in my head.
Paul Ryan.
Ryan's, yeah, Ryan.
It's Paul Ryan. They tried to knock off Trump in the worst way, but got caught because Pence wanted to be president. And that General Flynn, he had so much shit on Pence that that's
Flynn
why
would
he
have been
got
great
sent to
VP.
jail.
Right. Right. And there was a reason Trump didn't get him out right away. There's a reason Trump didn't drop propaganda right away. Eric Tate says, this is why a lot of stuff is coming out about Hollyweird too, my friends. And it's absolutely true. You see, let's put it this way. You guys still think that Vance is good? Like, you can think he's good because he is good. Technically, to me, he is an actor. So he's on the Q side. He's doing us a justice. But because he's fake, it just seems bad to us. But yes, exactly. Well, now what the fuck was I saying? I always do that. I go off and I read something and I'm like, what was I talking about? I'm sorry, guys.
Trump being an actor.
Vance being an actor. If you can't believe that that possibly could be true, that Madonna and Cher is a high priestess or a dark high priestess, right? Or that Tom Hanks was a pedophile or Kevin Spacey like the little boys, or if you can't get over the simplest of shit, there's no way JFK Jr. is coming out. Do you see? They can't move on with the plan until more of you are awake. And the only way to get more of you awake are people like me and Helen and people that are awake telling the rest of the world. Right? Like
Okay, even RFK
Glenn Beck
Jr.
and I love Mark Dice, man. He's great. What?
RFK Jr. even said that JFK Jr. is alive.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't outright say it. They said, give me a sign if he is alive. There you go.
He did. One of the interviews, I'm not sure who he was being interviewed by, but one of the people in the chat, the live chat, said, if Junior is still alive, can you wipe your nose? Give it, do the mums, I think, And sure enough, he did. He was allowed to say it because it was for us. Just like Vince in back of the attempted assassination of Trump was a hint to the conspiracists. Vance, Pants. Pence. I keep saying pants instead of Pence because it just rhymes better. It just, come on. You don't have to be a genius to see what the hell's going on, people. And I keep saying they're
come
allowed.
on, look. Logically,
right?
Why would Trump's vice president want to be involved with the counting of the shit that happened on J6?
What is that?
He was the one that was supposed to be involved with counting all the votes when Trump was saying that all the votes and what do you call it was all a bunch of bullshit, that some things were stolen.
Right.
Why would Pence be the one to do the counting if
Oh,
that wasn't a setup?
why was Kamala a la the borders are? See, they make up shit to make you think because people aren't thinking. If anybody knows politics from 30, 40, 50 years ago, it's not the same. Nothing. Nothing is the same. Nothing makes fucking sense. Nothing makes sense because it's an act. People, please.
And
I
it
am
just so
not
happened
that
that
old, but huh?
it just so happened that also other presidents who didn't like the count of the results of the winning of the presidency, how come they never went through all the shit that Trump went through? When they wanted a recount and all that other shit.
So you got like you had um was it Bush and Al Gore?
Bush, yes, he
Okay.
was one of them.
Now,
I think
what people don't seem to understand, like McCain, Obama, Hillary, they're all the same people, right? So it's not even the lesser of two evils for us. You can't even, it's unimaginable. They're just evil. It doesn't matter who won, but it did to them because I believe it wasn't about anything to do with our electoral decisions, right? It had to do about the Masonic ones and who they decided they wanted to
right,
pick. We're
right.
just fun. We're just fun for them. But out of 500,000, who did they pick to be president? The
They
500,000
already know who's
Satanists.
going to be president before you even go to the polling center.
It's very strange because people will ask, there are a lot of rules they have to follow as Satanists, and there are laws that they actually follow. They have to. I'm not quite sure why, but I've noticed it time and time again. They will follow because what I think it is their forefathers, Satanists, wrote all this shit out, including the way they're supposed to believe in um, federal law, say in America, or the monarchy in Europe. They have to follow what their forefathers told them to do, or else they're excluded from the game and maybe killed in 2008, like our friend's father was. And she will be a friend.
That's
I
like
really want to get in
also
touch with that woman.
every couple of years they throw in, they let a Republican win the presidency.
It doesn't matter. They're still satanic. The only
Trump
one that
ain't
hasn't been is
satanic.
Trump. Trump wasn't Republican. That's
That's what
another
I'm saying.
stupid
Every
thing.
once in a while, they let a Republican win the presidency.
The
And
only
then we go
reason
back
Trump,
to another 4 fucking years of a
right,
fucking Democrat.
because the Republicans are more of the Christians follow the Republicans. And we are more of a Christian Judea country now, although right now we probably aren't.
Now we're
It's
not.
probably a
Yeah,
third or a
now we're
fourth
not.
of each. But at one time we were. So they wanted the Republicans in. There's no Republicans that have been good. There's, not since Kennedy have we had a good president. And I'm not even sure Kennedy was good. There's a lot of people that say Kennedy was awful. And he may have been. But the fact is Junior is not. And people woke up to what was going on because of Kennedy. But like I said, we could trace it all the way back to Lincoln, even Washington. The founding fathers of our country, some of them were
Was a
Satanists.
Mason. He was a Mason.
Right. Well, the only reason I think Washington may have been a Mason, but not because he didn't want to become president. He honestly did not want to become president. What Mason wouldn't? That was their show off time. That was their greatest acting achievement of all times. So something about Washington is a little fugazi, and a few others around that time. But like you got like these You got like these presidents from back then sleeping with all over the place. Why do you, this is satanic shit. This isn't Christian shit. Jefferson, Adams, see, like let's say Garfield was killed. Polk, I think, was killed, or did he die? I don't know. Like
Because
Reagan was
they didn't
shot.
want to play the game.
They didn't want to go right. All the good was shot. Malcolm X knew about the Illuminati, but blamed it on he did. He knew something, but he blamed it on the liberals. He blamed it on the liberal media back in the fucking 50s and 60s and 70s. How do people still believe this shit today?
They go to college and get indoctrinated.
Lyndon Johnson, too. Yes, Eric. Carter, Ford. Where do you think Ford came from, people? I always thought it was cute when I was a kid. Oh, Ford is a president and he made a car. They're related. They're all related. Trump comes from Germany, his family. See, there's certain places that they hit last. And that's probably why they had the Germans start the war. Because they couldn't get in Austria and Germany. They couldn't get those people. They knew how to handle themselves, those Germans. They are. To this day, if you meet a German person, they are stern and strict and, not to say they can't have a sense of humor, but they probably couldn't get away with it, and that's why Hitler was created. Which it was a Rothschild. Hitler was a Rothschild.
And they say the Poles are stupid. They're smart
No.
enough not to let all these foreigners in their country. How stupid can they be?
You haven't been. She either listened to some of my older shows, or I don't know, because that's what I said. They are not the butt of the joke of the world anymore. They kept the Christianity and kept all the crap out.
No, I've been keeping up on a lot of places that let these illegals in and these foreigners.
Because those are the places that are
right.
Trump, I'm not going to say literally. Oh my God. Trump said that during the Elon call, there's more evil in our government in the United States than there is around the world. He pretty much said it like that. He's talking
and he was on the money when he said it.
What?
He was on the money when he said that.
He was talking about the cabal because they had to come here. Because who the hell wants to live in Africa? Not saying they don't have their great areas. They all came here. Most either England, France, or here. Maybe some others around the world. You got the prince and princesses of all these duchesses, and you know what? Fuck all of you. You're not the bloodline of Christ. You're the bloodlines of Satan. Queens, people, I've said this time and time again. The word queens came from men pretending to be queens. It is as easy as looking it up. So you had two men ruling a country. Well, doesn't that sound familiar? Because I hear a lot of people saying women can't be president now. Why, you afraid of peace? Robin Williams said it the best, there might be a little powwows at the end of the month or something, but at the most part, you get the two people sitting down and say, come on, let's all be happy. Because that's what, where men believe in the bigger dick theory. There's been a handful of women that have been terrible, like Isabella, all right? But you have mass amounts of men who have accomplished zero. And have probably, but then again, I still think that women are in charge of the satanic The Illuminati. I think the top person in the Illuminati is a female. Yes. Because only a female could be that treacherous. Sorry.
Especially at that time of the month.
Right. There you go. We're just I mean, men always had the bad, they always got the bad, men are all sex hungry. Well, they made you sex hungry, first of all. It's all part of MK Ultra. It really is. If you stop watching half the shit you watch, you won't be sex hungry. It's as simple as that. They did it. But women are not typically, they don't have to be like that. Some women are just like, fuck off. I don't want you. I got a headache. Which makes it easier for them to think of other things. Women are just as smart and deceiving as a man could be.
And they're better at the game.
They are much better at the game. Yes. Yes, I do. Women are better at a lot of things. They're better at aim, much better at aim. They have, in all, they have better lower body strength. Men have the upper body strength. And I mean testing against a person of the similar mass. It's not like, I'm not saying women can beat out men. That's not what I'm implying. There are sciences to help us with this. Olympics. The Olympics. Come on, people. If the Olympics didn't wake you up, I don't know what will. That was all Satan. The Last Supper. You're
Even the
getting
closing ceremonies. Did you see the closing ceremonies?
No. Was it Celine
That was
Dion?
even more satanic than the beginning.
In France. Now, did Notre Dame burn down or not? I heard something, I think Matt said Notre Dame burned down.
Yes,
Now,
it did a couple years ago.
well, it went on fire, but it didn't burn down. 4,000, I remember reading, and this was like 6-7 years ago, that 4,000 different churches, not mosques, not temples, but churches in general, were burned down all over Europe within years, within about 3 or 4 years. What? Now, where you might think, oh no, I think, yeah, because those churches were used differently at night, my friends. All right? You think
Yes,
they were
they were.
you think they were collecting money for the real poor and the children? You love to believe it, wouldn't you? Christians love to believe it, but they're naive. That's why I think that's why a lot of Brooklyners are awake. Because we ain't fucking naive. You could tell us 100 times, yeah, over here, you don't have to leave your doors locked. We're gonna lock our doors.
And by my door, I got a Louisville Slugger.
Me too.
I got a can
Hey,
of
you
mace,
see?
my brass knuckles, and a fucking hammer.
I don't have brass knuckles anymore. I have a bat. I have knives all over the place. I have big effing knives. In fact, my sister has one sitting out too. She bought herself like this huge, I don't know what it is with us with knives. New Yorkers seem to like knives a lot. It just seems to be. I don't know.
Yeah, we're the only ones that can bring a knife to a gunfight and win.
It's actually happened to me. So that has actually happened to me. One of the first times I've ever gotten hurt by a friend of mine. That's what happened. I was trying to break up a fight between my friend Sam and I can't remember who he was fighting. He was a big black kid. Okay. And his girlfriend, his wife or girlfriend, like they got her pregnant really young. Andrea, she was Hispanic. These were my friends, people. I'm white as shit, right? But these were my friends, close friends. But I tried to stop him. I don't remember, but I was the one that got hurt. Of course, I got he had a box cutter. And he sliced my whole thumb. I went home on the bus. I'm looking at this. I'm like, shit, this is worse than I thought. I got to do something. But I loved them and I stopped them from fighting. It took me bleeding to wake them the fuck up, but That's exactly why I didn't watch the Olympics. Right, Eric, who wants to see it? You cannot watch some of the stuff that they're still showing.
Oh, I didn't watch the Olympics either. But I happened to
No.
see the closing ceremony
Well, you showed me the beginning, and I don't think you showed me the closing. But it was Celine Dion,
with
right? Who was
all
a
the
high
gold,
priestess.
with all the gold, the character that was in gold and all that other shit. I didn't send that to you.
Not that one. I saw the
Oh,
beginning
I
with
gotta
the
see if I
Last
can figure it
Supper
because I
and the
know they were taking
bowl.
it down. I know they were taking it down.
There are Masonic signs all over. And I can name a few in New York for sure. I wanted to go, I'm going to wait for Joe, but I want to go over the Arc de Triomphe, which are in a few cities. A lot of you don't know that there is one in New York, in Washington Square Park, like the one in France. I want to say there's one in Turkey, there's one in India. It's very strange that it's in America, but it makes sense that it's in New York, one of the oldest cities. It's believed, see, some people think that this is a demonic structure, but I don't think so. I think it's old world structures. They were a lot bigger than us.
Gargoyles that are on all the buildings.
No, the Arc de Triomphe, the Arc in Washington Square Park. You know, Arc in France, the one, that big arc they always show on I've been down that road, that street. It's beautiful. Well, it was. I don't know if it is anymore. Otherwise, France was nothing to look at. It's like New York all over again. But they're magnets. They're said to be magnets. You remember the old magnets with the
Yeah, the
red?
horseshoe magnets.
Correct. So why would you put giant freaking magnets in certain cities in the world? I
To
believe
draw
it
people
is.
to them.
There could be a lot of things. I mean, I can name off the top of my head. What if you just want to fuck with direction? North, east, west, compasses, right? I mean, that's one thing. It could be. Um, it could be what Tesla said was true, that we could get stuff from the ores of our planet and create endless energy. Electricity that does not hurt people.
And for free.
And for free. And it's not fiber optics either. Fiber optics is good. I mean, they could go anywhere, fiber optics. I believe they could go they do it underwater, under dirt, but I think we're even ahead of that. The military at least is.
Did you know the Eiffel Tower was supposed to be a source of electricity that we wouldn't have had to pay for electric either until they found out and bought the rights to it or whatever?
How old is the Eiffel
When they,
Tower? They all
oh
are.
Jesus, I don't know.
There's antennas. There are what we would think of as of antennas on 1,000-year-old things, hundreds of year old churches, and they're all antennas, guys. Anything with a pole made up of certain metal and a thingy on top is a fucking antenna. Okay, so you see like a mosque, right? And they have the thing, and then they have the moon, and the moon's usually gold or copper or silver. People, this is not humans that did this shit. Come on, you serious? And the evil knew. So the evil took what we perceived as churches as a good place to congregate. They took it and they made it satanic. These churches have healing powers. There's marble and the windows, the shapes. Why the fuck don't we do this shit anymore? Why don't my home have a rose window? Are you kidding? It's because they can't duplicate it. Go take a fucking walk in Grand Central Station, my friends. How the hell do we do? We didn't do that. The people that saw the ship being built are way long dead. You can't prove it.
But they want you to believe the science and believe in other shit that they're handing you out, and they expect you to eat with a fucking demi-tasse spoon.
That's it. That's exactly it. I don't want to be mundane. I don't want to be depressing, but we're waiting and waiting and waiting for one of you big mouths with millions and billions of followers to fucking say something. God knows I have tried my best to get in touch with so many people. You wouldn't believe some of the people I actually do talk to. You really wouldn't believe it. I would never say their names because you just don't. You just don't out of respect. But in general, I know a lot of people that should open their fucking mouths and they're not. They're scared. You're scared. The Eiffel Tower in France was built in 1889. Tesla time.
What?
Yeah.
And
Again with the
robbed
Washington
Tesla big
monuments.
time.
Yeah.
All of Tesla's accomplishments got robbed.
Yes, they did by the Masons. Somebody good got into Da Vinci, got into Tesla, got into Einstein, and tried to progress humanity in the way it should be. All right, I'm going to end this here. Very interesting, but we were just going off on so many topics. I really want to be a little more prepared next time. I love it though, you know, because we can all just go on. I'm happy that Reb was here and Helen, and I did want to say something. I've been wearing a ring on this finger since I'm like 16, maybe. My parents' tenants, they were like my aunt and my uncle. She gave me a ring. It fit on my pinky. It didn't really fit on my ring finger, so I always wore it over here. But when I went and worked in Albany 6 years later or so, I lost it. Through the move, I had lost it. So every now and then I'll put a new ring on. I have a few old ones and a few new ones. So remember, I don't know, just became a habit now. Well, the other day I saw the triangle one, and I thought it was really interesting. I'm like, oh, I'm going to wear it, and the triangle it would be upside down for me if I had looked at it, and it would feel like the pyramid is falling. Do you know? Okay, so that was the time Joe got sick, and then I got sick. It was again, I felt sick this morning. I don't know why. It's very bizarre. But please don't worry, it will pass. Because there are others, I know many of you out there are getting shit. I know there is. In any case, I wake up feeling better after these couple of days. And do you know the triangle broke off? These aren't expensive rings by any means. My sister gets them in a pile, like a couple of dozen. She gave me a few. I have a few, whatever. But the triangle, literally, the pyramid broke after 2 days of wearing it. I just thought that cute. There are no coincidences, right? And I did want to show you Dad, something about Dad here, and then we'll go. Might have to turn off the back screen here. Hold on. This I found hysterical. Oop. No, I am here. Okay. Don't mind my mess. All right. So something happened back in 1964. My father was teaching probably in 55. I think he was teaching at 20. He was very young. In fact, he was so young, where he looked very young, which thankfully is a genetic thing, that an officer, he went out to smoke his pipe. Dad was a pipe smoker until he was 50. He quit. Hi, I beat you, Dad. 47 when I quit. He was out smoking his pipe, and the officer came up and brought him to the dean. This is before he taught in Diker across the street from Fauci, right? He taught there for about 35, 40 years. But he taught a girls' high school and he taught another high school. And I believe this was the boys' high school. Yeah, because it went up, it almost went up in flames or something. So in 55, 56, they brought him into the dean's office and the dean had to explain, no, that's our teacher. So that was cute. But a few years later, something obvious happened in 1964 where Dad had to take not one, two, he had to take 3 different, Dad kept shit in good order. And this shit is from 64. It looks brilliant. This is to certify that William S. Bahori, blah, 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 has satisfactorily completed a 30-hour course entitled Sequential Lessons in English Language Arts. 1964, I don't know if you can see it. Right? Believe me, it kind of gets interesting. This is to certify that William S. Bahori, same date, January 31st, 1964, 30 hours, diagnosis and correction of reading disabilities. Dad took a lot of psychology. They made teachers take child psychology back then. How do I know? I saw all the books. He had every single, my father had thousands of books. Okay. And they were all in the basement and we probably gave them away to the libraries and stuff. But I remember I even read a couple of them. Well, I would I like fingering through books. I don't like reading them totally. So in elementary school, yes, 1964. And this is, I don't know if you see that, but this is the funniest one. It's not funny. But something changed in 1964 where he had to get these 3 certificates to teach, 30-hour class each. So 90 hours he spent, a couple of weeks. This is to certify that William Bahori has satisfactorily completed a 30-hour course entitled D531 titled Negro in the United States. Because teaching Black children are so different. What? I was like, really, guys, what happened in 1964? Do you see what I'm saying? They have always been in control. You don't need this shit. This is as bad as affirmative action and DEI. All right? Because we are all under the Constitution. If you are an American citizen born in this country or took the class and took that oath, you are covered under the same Constitution as I am. You are able to be taught the same way as I am. You could be Russian, German, African, Chinese. This is stupid. Why point out Black people? Chinese had it much harder. Do you know the Chinese language is not even just a language alone, but its inflections, kind of like us Brooklyners? They speak high and low. Do you know how hard it is to learn the fucking English language? We have millions of synonyms for things. And homonyms. Oh, Dad, sorry. Where things sound alike but mean different. Right? Don't put this bullshit in our faces, people. We're fucking America. We're a country of different countries. Fucking losers. Wake up. All right. Another side of humor. Yeah, they've been on a plan. Certainly. Thank you for stopping in. I'm sorry you came in so late, another side, but ready to go. Otherwise, I'm going to blow. Thank you, Eric. Eric is a nice, beautiful Black man. He knows what the fuck I'm talking about. Brother, are you any different than me? Do we fucking not want world peace here? Do we not want to love each other and all have good food and have wealth and happiness? Because you're black or somebody's Chinese, we want different things. No, the only people that want different things are Satanists. Woo! All right. I think we'll say goodbye before I start for
Do me a solid, Carolyn, when you decide you're going on Zoom again, send it to the Latori, not the Vinci.
I'm hoping we have many more people come on Zoom and not be afraid to talk. Eric, Matt, Forever Trump, you got another side of humor here. Come on. Just let me get in touch with me somehow, either through the group or I'm on Facebook. I got groups on Facebook, any which way. I got friends all over the place. Just get in touch. Come on. Don't be afraid to talk. This is what we need to do. I don't want professionalism. You might be a roofer. What the fuck do you know about blogging? I'm an old-fashioned hands-on artist, but yet I created all this shit because you know what? I need to. I want to get your attention. You can do it, is what I'm saying. At least a little bit. Come on, you don't have to show your faces, but let's hear that voice at least. All right. Thank you guys for coming.
And the people that are learning from here, pass it on to others so that they'll learn also.
I don't care. My name does never have to be, Helen doesn't have to be mentioned. Nobody has to be mentioned. You don't have to say it. Just, you know what I heard? I heard that we're being ruled by Satanists. That's all. That's all you have to say. I don't care who you learned it. You could have learned it from Alex Jones, Mark Dice, anybody. I don't care. Just get it out. Get it out. Because the more good people that know, the better for all of us, right? It's just going to go up and up and up and up, up and up, 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 up. And that evil is going to be gone. We need to get it gone.
And you want to know something too? This has got to be sent to
Right,
the younger generation.
The younger generation are even
The
smarter than we
younger
are.
generation, because they are so brainwashed and brain dead.
You got half and half. You really do. I know so many young people. And when I mean young is under the age of 25, 30, you know, that are just pro-Trump and they understand, they love the conspiracies. That's what it seems to be. Like Darian, Joe's son. He's 21 and he could teach us a thing or two. You know, then you got other people that are just totally opposite. Like you're saying, they're just brainwashed into like, oh, we got to believe in all this colorful pride stuff. As if it's a trend, people. It's not something to believe in. Good for you, you're gay. Who the fuck cares in real life? It doesn't put food on the table. It doesn't help you health-wise. In fact, it hurts you by putting all this crap in your system and changing your bodies. Fuck's sake, you can get ink poisoning. But yet, let's fuck with our bodies and put all these chemicals in there. Yeah, chug, chug, chug. Idiots. Brainless. So you're right. I didn't mean to say, but there are a percentage of those intelligent kids. You got kids in college that are just like not buying any of this. They're waking up. And it is up to us to teach them the right way, I believe. Amen, amen, Eric. Okay. I love you guys. You're all freaking fantastic in my eyes. I don't care what level of conspiracies you're up to. As long as you understand that there is bad and that there is good trying to help. I think that's the basis of like
research, people.
We will be going live either tomorrow, Sunday, or Monday. Joe is off all 3 days. He's very happy, even though he has a lot of problems with his son. We're trying to get his mind off of it. So we will be going live and we will be having an open live. That's what I'm saying. You said to message you next time. You're going to be on with us before we even go live. Helen. I'll have a few of you on hopefully before we go live. Get it all straightened out beforehand.
Monday's good for me because I got things to do tomorrow.
I'm sorry, Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. So Monday?
Monday, yeah, Monday or Tuesday is good because tomorrow, my plans for Monday changed, and I got to do things tomorrow.
Look at that face. Look at that face. Baby. Okay. See, some animals are having it really bad, and I feel so bad, and some people are having it so bad. But what's worse is when you don't know what's going on. There's just too many people in my life alone that I'm seeing this happen to. It cannot be a coincidence. Right, baby? Right, sweetums?
My boyfriend.
They all are. All the kittens and you got
You got to
girlfriends.
see my little chaos. She walks like Nancy Pelosi because she's got that cat disease,
Chaos.
and she walks like she's drunk all the time. You got to see her. She can hardly stand up. She could hardly stand up, but she's trying to jump up in the air to catch those flies.
Oh, get real. Oh, they're all great. 24 paws. 24. That's what I call them, the 24 paws. It's been a while. I'll see if I can visit Brooklyn. But anyhow, tomorrow, Joe and I will probably be on. Monday, we'll do everybody. You're more than welcome to come on and speak your mind. You could turn off. Reb has his camera off the whole time. In fact, he's been on mute the whole time. But he said a couple of words. I don't care. You want to just feel like you're part of us by just being on here and not saying a word? I ain't with me. And believe me, Reb has plenty to say, but I guess he's just used to
come on, Reb. I want to hear what you have to say.
Well, we're going to say goodbye now because this has been a very long live, and I'm
cooking.
oh, he's cooking.
Cooking.
Cooking. I want to see Colonel Sanders.
You want to see Colonel Sanders?
Joe went to work.
Joe.
Joe went to work. Oh,
I
there's
know.
another one. There you go. There's another. You see, when they're at home and stuff and they have beards like that, it's all cute and lovely. But Vance needs to now. You're right. I got to do the studying on Vance. I've been doing so many things. Besides the fact we had this realtor. Oh God, Joe called me ageist because we had a realtor come in, and I don't like him because he's older. I have nothing against him, really. It's not that. What I wanted is somebody that would have said that Ben Minister is 20 minutes away from here, would have a tablet with them, not a briefcase like this. Like, we got this guy from my parents' lawyer, who are probably ancient as my parents were, and he's not a young buck. And then, I just wanted somebody that Mom always wanted people that were young and hip. I don't know why. She always thought they were creative. So why am I settling? And then he brought up what totally turned me off is the guy he brought over to do our bathroom. And we need a tiling and a pedestal put in, the sink and pedestal. And the guy wanted to get rid of it, leave the hole there, because it was plumbing done. And then they had a plumber come and he stole from us or something like that. So, and put a vanity in front of it. See, that's shitty workers. That's a shitty worker. Do not hire someone who's going to hide a hole. I think I almost gave the, yeah, right. No pun intended. But I think the realtor was going to have a heart attack because I was yelling at I was like, you get out of my house. I'll do it myself. What do I need? A fucking inch plasterboard, some fucking tile and glue. The only thing I haven't done in 20 something years is cut tile. I might look like a cute little girl, but I was first in non-traditional employment for women in my group, which was half dykes. It has nothing to do if you're manly or not. If you know what you're doing, you're going to do it right. Okay. So I was like, And he laughed at me. He was like, "Oh, you're gonna do it yourself." So I started to explain to him what has to be done. I haven't cut pipes or cut, but I worked in a building my whole life. Are you kidding? What the hell? People don't settle. Don't ever settle. Cover a hole. That's what they're doing to this economy. Let's cover the shit up. Pretend nothing's really there. A void of
Yeah, just
wasteland.
like that. Just like Joe said before, Kamala Harris is promising to do all the things that her administration broke
Could do right
in
now.
the past 4 years. Now, if somebody can't see through that, they got to be a TWA, a talking, walking asshole.
You gotta love us Brooklyners. All right, guys, we love you again. Have a good day. Thanks for joining us. On that very last note, that was fantastic. That's just so Brooklyn. And we have another New Yorker here. Actually, Red was from Texas, but later, Gators. We love you.
Later, Gator. Bye.
Ciao, people.
Have a blessed day.